Hey guys, welcome to my ultimate TNT cannon guide and tutorial. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys all about TNT cannons, but I am going to be focusing on the most powerful of all TNT cannons, which is of course the hybrid cannon. Now I am going to quickly jump into the basics here for those of you who don't know about the mechanics of redstone TNT cannons and TNT. So then you'll understand why we need the hybrid cannon, and hopefully that'll also help you to build your own, because some people might not have this much space, so they might want to build a smaller one, or they might not have as much height, or who knows. But if you understand the basics and the concept of it, then you have no limits. You can destroy any base you want in any amount of room. It'll be GG, guys. So let's get started here with the very basics. If you put TNT next to something and blow it up, it will explode the blocks around it. Pretty self-explanatory. But now what happens if someone was a faction and they claimed this land so you could not build past this point? Pretend this sand is past the point where you can build, so we can only build here. So what would you do? You would build a little tower and you would shoot TNT into their land. Now the easiest way to do that is to, of course, put 2 TNT or more, explode the back one first, and then explode the front one. So then the back one will explode, shoot this TNT off in that direction, and then that'll explode and blow up their land. But people have already realized that, and they've combated against it by adding water. So if we were to go ahead and chuck a piece of TNT in the water and light it, this will do absolutely nothing to the environment around it. Now that is a major problem, which is fixed with hybrid TNT cannons, which abuse a bug with falling sand. But before we get into that, I do want to quickly cover the redstone, because the hybrid TNT cannons, as you can see, I have 3 designs here, and they are a lot different. There's a lot of different ways to build this thing, guys, so understanding the redstone definitely helps. So let's quickly have a look at this. This here is a basic redstone cannon, which does not involve the piston at the front and the sand. This one is just a normal TNT cannon, which you would load up like this. You have the water there to make sure it doesn't blow up your cannon, and you just stack up. You can put 3 back here, and the reason why you would need 3 is to shoot the TNT at the front a further distance. So this TNT will fly over this wall and go like 50 blocks that direction. That's what I've worked out approximately. 3 TNT can shoot 1 TNT between 30 and 50 blocks. So here we go. This is the basic layout, and what we want to do is we don't want to explode that actually. We want to set off the back 3 TNT first, and then we want to set off the front TNT. So to do that, what I'm going to do is you can light it up with pretty much anything. You can put a lever here, a button, whatever you want, but I'm just going to chuck a redstone torch. That'll light these 3. Then I'm going to light the front one manually, and that'll shoot it off into the distance. Look at that. That looks like a good 50 blocks. Have a look at that one, guys. That was perfect. That guy's base is gone. If he didn't have water, that is. Let's quickly come back down here. And the stone slab, what are they called? Stone slabs. That was basically just used to give it a little boost. If we took that away, it would still work, but the TNT would hit this wall probably, or land somewhere around here, which wasn't as good. That's for the height, and I just thought I'd show you that, because it is possible to add that into a hybrid cannon, which we have right here. Now, this is where it gets a bit tricky. What you want to do is you want to focus on this in parts, in sections. So let's cut off this whole part of it. Let's just focus on the basics. So right here, we just have a bunch of stone, pretty much. And this is just like a normal TNT cannon. Have a look at this. Does that look familiar? This cannon right here and that one over there? That is because they're basically identical. All I did, see here, all these repeaters are what would set off the TNT. All I did was add another layer, just for the lols pretty much, just for some extra distance, and I just bored it around here, and I have more redstone on this side, which would set off TNT if it was placed on the top layer. So then if I place TNT here, or down the bottom, they will both be exploded. The bottom one being exploded by these repeaters, the top one being exploded by these repeaters. That is the only reason for that, and they are totally optional. You can have this go as far back as you want. You can make it go as far deep as you want. You could put it 3 deep and put another layer on this side by going like this, and then building this one here, and then putting more repeaters along here, and then bringing the power down here to the button, which the button is not there at the moment. I will put that back. This was just the basic input here, guys. See, right there? So you can make it as high as you want, as many layers, but what I have found by my research is 1 or 2 layers is perfectly fine. As you can tell, this is my only TNT cannon design with 2 layers. All the rest only use 1, because you don't really need to. It's just a little bit of an extra if you want to really go all in. You got tons of TNT. If TNT doesn't cost much on the server you play on, or anything like that, you can fully load it up. Bam, done. Got your TNT cannon, you got your input, that could be a redstone torch, a lever, a button, whatever you want. Now for the circuit which makes it a hybrid cannon. We'll hook it up here, and then you need repeaters, because you do need a massive delay. Because what you want to do is you want this TNT here. This is how you would load it up, guys. You would put a piece of TNT here and a piece of sand there, and then you would stack up the back like this. Just like that'll be fine. You can do 1 layer if you want, you can do both layers, you can do whatever you want. And basically the way this works is this piston will get pushed up, then this will light up, because see how the delay here is only 1 repeater on full and then 2 repeaters on 1 tick. So this is a shorter delay than up here, because this is 3 repeaters on 4 ticks. So therefore this piston will get powered first, push the TNT up to here, and then this repeater will get power this block and ignite the TNT. So these will all get lit up first because they're hooked up directly to the button. Then after a little bit of a delay, which is perfectly timed, then this will get lit up and light up the piston, push it up. Then finally this one, which is the longest delay, will ignite the TNT. Then at about that same time, the back will explode. This piston will get pushed back down. And as the sand is falling, the sand and the TNT will be launched into the water we have here. Now I will show you how this works. We'll do a quick demonstration. So I just loaded it up with some basic TNT. Let's go ahead and smack this button here. So the back got lit up. You can follow the signal. The piston went up, then this bit got ignited. Bam! The sand and the TNT got launched over here. And bam! We have a hole in the wall. Look at that amazing power, guys. No one will be able to stand in your way anymore. No one will be able to cover their base with water and feel safe, because this hybrid cannon will blow anyone's base up. You saw what it just did then. This is 2 layers of water and it still blew it up, and there's no way around it. Alright, so now to teach you guys how to build it. I guess you could pause the video right now and maybe just copy these repeaters and this layout and copy it exactly, and that'll work for you, and you can get off this top layer and ignore that whole half of the circuit. Just take a screenshot of this or keep this up on your second screen, whatever you got going, copy this delays exactly. Or you can continue on and check out my even better designs for cannons. Now here I have a quick little example I quickly made up. This is the amount of delay you need between the first button and your piston. So right here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 repeaters on full delay. Now we'll count them in the circuit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's the 6 full delay repeaters here, just like I said. But over here we have another one which is only 1 tick. And that is kind of how I will be explaining it in a second. But you do get the point. You just need these repeaters somewhere. Look, if we come over here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 full delay repeaters, and then our little circuit here. So no matter what, we need that same delay. But there is a better way of explaining it actually over here. So I'll wait to explain the repeaters till I get to this one. But basically, this is just another version of the exact same cannon. I don't think I've even tested this one yet. Let's give it a quick go here. It should work here. See how I only have 2 repeaters here? How many did I have over this side? I had 3 out the front here. See, it doesn't matter as long as you're keeping the same time. You just need the same time. It doesn't matter how many repeaters you have or which order. You just need the same delay before each of these events happen. So let's have a look at this one, see how this runs. Let's quickly go back here. Suck some TNT in the back. We will set this one off. Bam. It goes up, and as it falls, it gets shot off. There we go, that's a really nice one. That fell down into the water and still blew up down here. And there's a bunch of bats here. What? Look how much destruction I've been doing here during my testing, guys. Absolutely demolished. and I hate bats so much, so let's get out of there. And we'll go check out my final design here, because this is the one which I can help explain perfectly, pretty much. So here we go. This is the design I would recommend copying. All this circuit to the side here, you can ignore for now. Just focus on this bit here. You got your button, the bit that ignites the TNT at the back, and you have the bit on the left here, which sets off the contraption that times the sand perfectly. Let's quickly clear that weather. So right here, we got the button, immediate timing, no delays on this side. All the back TNT should be ignited immediately. And now for this side, let's count the delay. We have 1 delay on this first repeater. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 repeaters here with max delay. And this is still the same amount of delay as the last one, even though this one had 6. How much was I counting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even though that one has 7 and this one has 6, the only difference was this one has another full repeater here before it goes off to this to set off the ignite the TNT, and it has another full delay down there that sets off the piston. So it's pretty self-explanatory if you understand what I mean by that. So basically I just took away the repeat. Look, if I do this, if I go ahead and add another repeater to this one, just like, where can I add the other repeater? I could add the other repeater like this. If I added another repeater here, max timing, and I got rid of this repeater and added it with redstone, and I got rid of that repeater and added it with redstone, which I can't actually do because this one is needed. You need a repeater to power that, but you get the point, guys. You get the point. I'm going to change it and show you, though. So we need to switch these two first. So this is a 1 delay like that, and then we can get rid of this one because we added the repeater at the start here instead of down there. So basically all I did is I took one off here, and added it at the start. Now this should still work. Let's give it a quick test here. Chuck a piece of TNT and sand. If you are totally confused at the moment, don't worry. It will get easier. Bam, bam, fall, bam. There we go. So it did basically the same thing, guys. Pretty simple, and you saw how I adjusted it. It doesn't matter where the repeaters are, as long as you have the same delay. So now for you building it, this would be the perfect chance for you to copy my exact words. Build your normal TNT cannon. Ignore the piston for now. Attach redstone repeaters to the side, 0 delay. Hook them up to a button or whatever input you want. On the left here, put 1 repeater on 1 tick, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 repeaters on full tick. Then bring your redstone signal, split it in half. You can split it in half wherever you want, but I split it in half like this. Have one of it feeding into the piston. You can have the repeater coming in from the side like I have right here, or you can have the repeater coming in from the front or this side or the top, whatever you want. You just need to power the piston, and you want to put that repeater on 1 tick. So this is 1 split off the chain. After you have this many repeaters, you want to split it off. Bam, you got 1 repeater on 1 tick. Then off the other fork, you want to bring it up to power to set off the TNT. And with this one, you want to have 2 repeaters on full delay, so 4 ticks. Once you have that, you have all your delays perfectly ready. Now you can focus on the rest of the circuit. So the rest of the circuit is basically a piston and the roof. So you want to chuck down the piston, and you want to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks up, and that is the roof. And you can bring it out as far as you want or as little as you want, or you could bring the roof further down if you wanted even, but that would reduce the distance. So it all depends on how far away the base you're aiming for is. But you get the point, guys. So chuck a piston at the front, get it powered, hook up that circuit exactly how I just explained it, and you're ready to go. I'm going to show you some test runs, and then I'm going to explain this little module I have on the side here, which is 100% optional, but I personally really like it if you got some extra TNT on your hands. So there we go. We load it up. TNT, sand, TNT, 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 TNT. We can bring this back as far as we want, guys. I'm not joking about that. I'll show you how to do that in a second. We set that off. This explodes. It goes through the delay here. Sets it up. Boom. Boom. It's over here. And destroyed. See you later, base. Look at that. We've poked a hole in the base. We've destroyed this side. There's still a floor underneath here which is intact, which I'm going to show you how to blow up in a second, because it is extremely easy. We'll go ahead and destroy that. We'll come back here, and I'll show you how to extend this really quick. All you do is shut off the water source, delete this, bring it out to where you want. So let's just go, this place right here looks fine. We'll bring it out one more block. You hit it like this, you chuck a piece of water there, and then you jump over this side. You will need to chuck another repeater to power that piece of TNT. Bam! We have officially extended it. As simple as that. It is extended, guys. Isn't that crazy? Just make sure that flick. Yep, that's okay. That's all good. Alright, now we just put the button back here. Bam! We've extended it another block out. It is as simple as that. All you need to remember to do is hook up the back TNT to ignite, because you got to add another repeater. That's all you need to do. It's extended. Alright. Now for the modules. This is where it gets technical, which is my personal design, which I have just recently thought of, and I thought it was a nice little addition. First off, I'm going to show you the simple one. We can cut this circuit off altogether. So this whole circuit up here, this little thing here, totally irrelevant. We can cut that off, destroy that block. We can destroy that as well. And we can also destroy this and this. So all we have here is 2 dispensers right below the roof of the canopy that's used to shoot out the TNT, and you can fill these with whatever you want, but I would highly recommend filling it with TNT, because that's kind of the point of this experiment. So we filled both of these what the? That wasn't meant to happen. You fill both of them with some TNT, then you build a quick redstone clock. Now you can build this redstone clock however you want, but this is my favourite design. At the moment you can see it's on a 2-tick delay. So every 2 ticks, it'll activate these dispensers. If I hooked up the redstone by putting a piece of redstone here, every 2 ticks, a TNT would get shot out of these dispensers. Now, we do not want it to be shooting TNT right at this minute, and I'm going to show you how to create this clock from scratch. So let's destroy it just by doing that. We will destroy these 2 repeaters, we'll destroy the redstone, destroy this, we'll destroy this as well. So what you want to do is you want to chuck 1 repeater facing one way, 1 repeater facing the other way, and you want to decide how quick you want the TNT to come out. If you're doing it the way I'm going to show you, just do it 1 tick. So the basic default repeater state. Then you want to chuck redstone like this. And then you want to abuse a little bug. And the bug is, if you put a redstone torch down here and there's an active signal going into it, it'll turn the redstone torch off after exactly 1 tick. So have a look at this. It's lit up, but exactly 1 tick later it turned off. So what that did was only lit up half this circuit, and then it goes this half lit up, this half lit up. It bounces back and forth really quick. So 1 tick delay lit up half of it, and it just keeps bouncing back and forth. Get you a really, really quick time here, which we can use to quickly dispense TNT from this into our cannon. Now let's show that off in action of me actually using it. Let's load this up. We will go ahead and press this button, and that's what this lever for, but we're just going to fly up there. Let's go ahead, press the button, bring this up here, light it up. It shoots out tons of TNT, and now they all get shot out at once, and boom, 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 boom. Look at the destruction. We even destroyed the platform behind it. Look at that, guys. The whole platform behind it is destroyed. The floor is destroyed. This wall's destroyed. Everything got destroyed by that. And it's just a little bit of fun. This whole circuit to the right here was just a little bit of fun. As you saw, it shot all the TNT out of here that I put in a matter of basically seconds. It is absolutely amazing. So we can load it up. And of course you could put more dispensers up here, but you don't want to put it too low because it might interfere with where your sand is. But you can keep building it up higher and higher if you wanted, or chuck another dispenser there and do a little redstone torch there to activate that. And that's the basic idea of it. So let's go ahead and try that again. We need to grab some more TNT. And the only thing you do have to be careful about is the timing. You want to make sure you hit the redstone off or turn the lever off before the back explodes. Because if the back explodes and then more keeps coming, it'll just land here and blow up. So hopefully I don't screw that up. But there we go. Let's load this up here. Load it all the way up. There we go. So we'll set off the back here. We'll fly up here. We'll drop a bunch of TNT, and then we'll quickly turn it off. Bam! All the TNT gets shot. We're doing massive destruction to the back of the base here. We blew a massive hole all the way back here. See you later, chests. And also, As you can see, that piece of sand, the hybrid cannon, only one piece of TNT is actually able to destroy water. All the ones that come out of the dispensers are just for the lols. They're just for doing extra destruction around the back of the base. As you can see by that massive hole and the hole in the floor here. That's what the ones coming out of the dispenser are for. But the one that came off here, off the piston, as you can see, it actually fell down here and destroyed a hole in the water, because this was actually blocked off before. So it would keep going down there, the piece of sand one, and all the other TNT would have spread out throughout the base and basically totally annihilated into smithereens. So there's that part of the circuit. And now I'm going to show you an extra module that you can add on to make it even simpler. And this is a really, really simple mechanic I have going here. And what I did is I hooked my redstone clock up to an AND gate. Now the AND gate doesn't work. As you can see, this torch got destroyed. It got burnt out. If you can hear that sound, ready? Psh! It just goes psh, and then it kind of crashes the torch. I don't know if Minecraft did this Mojang did this on purpose, but it crashes the torch, and it kind of screwed up my idea. So what I decided to do is I was like, okay, if you want to be like that, I can work around it. You destroy this, you set this to a 2-tick delay, and then you restart it. So you go like this. Bam! Now it's a slightly slower clock, so less TNT will be shot out, but as you can see, it doesn't ruin the torch as much. It still goes psh, but it comes back a second later, so it's alright. That is the quickest clock you can get without totally wrecking your redstone torches. And basically how this works is if this lever is pressed, let's get the TNT out of here, and we'll fill it with cocoa beans. If this lever is pressed, and this one is, see how now this one will flick on and off and that'll shoot the TNT out. Or cocoa beans in this example, because we don't want to blow up our stuff. And if this lever was off, that means that this one would not turn on, because it needs this one and this one to be off for the output to be on. So that requires this flashing redstone clock to be off, and this one to be off, which we control by this lever, for the TNT to be shot out. Now I'm going to show you an example of how this will work in action. We will use some live TNT here. Bam. Bam. Just one piece of TNT will do for now. We'll put this up here. We will stack it a couple back. And what we do is we flick this. We wait a second. We flick this. A bunch of TNT will come out there. We turn it off. We look at it. It gets shot off into the distance and blows up some kid's base, which is extremely unfortunate for them. And hopefully you understand how to do this circuit. I am trying to explain it as best as I can, because I know the other tutorials on YouTube are absolutely terrible, and they do not involve these extra modules or these extra designs showing you how to do it properly. And I really hope this helped you guys out. Don't forget to subscribe for more. Chuck the video a like if you enjoyed it. And if you want to look up any more redstone tutorials, I do have a whole series on my channel just about redstone. So make sure to check that out, guys. And you can chuck water at the front here just in case some of the TNT bounces back. You're protected, but that's also optional. And as I said, you can even bring this back a bit. We can give this a quick test, and I'll show you how it works without a roof. Let's try it without a roof here, guys. So there we go. We'll light this up all the way to the back. We'll set it off. We won't bother filling up the dispensers with any extra TNT. We'll just see how this works. Bam! It does see how it worked. It did get the TNT, and that would have exploded in water even if the sand didn't stand in the same spot. It still would have exploded if there was a base in water. But as you can see, it drifted off a bit. Actually, it didn't drift that far off. It maybe went a couple blocks to the right, but it went way too far and way too high. That is why we needed the roof on this bad boy. So there we go. We can put the roof back on and we can bring it out even further to help focus it in the direction we want. And if you are on a laggy PvP server or a server with a bit of ping delay, what you want to do is you want to adjust the timings, but be very careful. The timings I would suggest changing is if the TNT is exploding too late or too early, you want to adjust this one. So you either want to get rid of this repeater if you want to make it explode quicker, or you want to extend the duration if you want to increase the delay, or you just want to leave it if you got a fairly good connection to the server and it seems to be working really well. And these delays at the front I wouldn't really muck around with too much. This seems to be working for me, the 2 full ticks and the 1 1 tick. But as you saw in these other examples, This one had one or two 1 ticks and one 4 tick, and up the top 3 full ticks. So there is a couple of different ways of doing it, but you can muck around with the timings if you want. As I already explained in my video, there it is. Here is a perfect place to pause the video if you want to copy this circuit. Don't forget about the repeater down there though if you did pause it there, so maybe just right here. That basically is the whole circuit involved right there, guys. That's pretty much it for this tutorial though, so thank you so much for watching. Please chuck the video a like and I'll see you later.